Joining us now, Reverend Claud Stewart II and John Backus with Our World Outreach, rallying people for a group called Friends Against Ebola. Guys, I mean, I know you've been watching this just like we have, and it's heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. We know we have a good community here, and people say, I wish I could help. Now you're saying they can. How
Absolutely.
so?
Well, people can help in so many different ways. Friends Against Ebola, in conjunction with Our World Outreach, have decided that every little thing you can do counts. One of the major things that John and I were just talking about was that the need for what is called personal protection equipment.
Okay.
Some of the things that we take for granted. Gloves.
Face masks.
Body shields.
Clorox, Lysol spray, hand sanitizers, aspirins. We have a list, and I believe you have it on your you might have it on your website. If not, hopefully we'll get it on there. We have a list that people can look at, and if you buy a box of gloves, you've done a great service to this effort. If you buy a gallon of Clorox that we can donate, we are donating things to the healthcare clinics and the healthcare workers at the forefront of this epidemic. We are finding that the more things that we can contribute, John was just explaining to us the decreasing number of healthcare workers who are actually being affected.
Yeah, so I think that one thing that's encouraging is that early on in the outbreak, about 10% of the people who were being infected were healthcare workers. And even though there's been an increase in the number of people being infected on a week-by-week basis, the percentage of them that are healthcare workers has dropped dramatically. It's down in like the 1% to 2% range. So it shows that just having some PPE, gloves, things like that is helping, because in a lot of countries, developing nations, then, you know, they may have one pair of gloves to share across an entire clinic for a week. And this is not just in Liberia. This is in, you know, probably 1/3 of the world.
Wow. So this is stuff that we can find, whether at your local grocery store or maybe medical supply company. So once people maybe make the decision to go out and buy these things, where do we bring them to help the effort?
You can contact Friends Against Ebola. You can contact Our World Outreach, and we would design a pickup schedule for you. We will package things. We're also looking for our friends who have friends to help us with shipping these things abroad, with packaging and shipping. So if you know someone that has an airplane that we can borrow, just for a day or two.
Sure.
We're looking for friends with friends. That's the idea. Friends with friends. I have people in churches and community organizations. John has medical books and medical help. John has connections with people in Liberia on the ground, like the Physician Assistants Association, that can help with distribution. So friends with friends can actually make a difference if we ask our friends to join us in making this difference.
Wow, that whole glove analogy that you just mentioned blows my mind. And we've been hearing that if this is not gotten under control, this could become a pandemic, maybe by the end of the year.
A worldwide pandemic, absolutely.
So I know people might be saying, oh, I'm hearing a little bit about this. People might be potentially hearing about this a lot more if we're not careful.
Absolutely. Yeah, the number of new people who are being infected is doubling like every 3 weeks right now. They're projecting that if things don't change, that by early November there'd be 20,000 people who are infected, and that if it continued like that, it would be, you know, it would be 1 million, you know, early next year.
Exponentially across the world, absolutely. But let's also remember, things have been donated. People might hear that I've already given, or I've donated to my church, or the World Health Organization has also sent supplies. Remember, this is a culture. Our culture also have this desire to help each other, help our families, our friends. So people at homes are still trying to take care of their family members who may have Ebola. So having them have gloves, or having people in their homes who have these personal protection equipment also can help stamp this epidemic.
We're going to post the information on our website for you so people can help out. Awesome stuff. Guys, we appreciate you coming in. Unfortunately, we got to run, but wow.
Thank you for sharing the word, and thanks for being a friend with friends.
You betcha. We're going to check it back in with Hannah when we come back.